I was going through narcissistic abuse. I want people to know that you are not alone. You know, it could be very lonely, not knowing what you are going through. Emotional abuse, you can't see it. You don't know how to say it. You don't know how to title it. To my people, my Burmese people, I knew that their heart is pure. The most genuine and kindest people are my people. A minute ago, we were like having democracy. We have so much freedom. We can talk whatever we want. And right now, they took away freedom from you. They took away your ability to speak up. That's gaslighting. I announce that I have COVID because I never know whether I'm gonna be alive or dead. I started documenting about my journey. And then my first video went viral. Huge breakthrough for me. It helped my brand. It helped my business too.
You write your own book now instead of somebody write for you.
I remember when my dad mentioned that I'm not going to be popular. I'm not going to be successful. I'm just going to be normal. That was actually a dark moment for me. I was like, I think I should die.
Hi, Scarlett. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for hosting me, having me again. Yes. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah.
I feel like, you're already my best friend, and then it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah. The last episode, we go over about wedding, relationship, health. Now, this episode going to be really interesting. We're going to talk about your work.
Basically, what do I do? What am I bringing to the world? How I am contributing to the collective? Let's dive into that.
Yes. Could you tell me how you start your business?
Before I start my business, this, soul-led business, I was working at the bank. I was switching a lot of jobs, a lot. Even when I walk at the bank, there's something weird about how people work because, it has to be a time. Sometimes you have extra work and there's always a boundaries and rules. And I always question myself, how do people work like that? For a couple of weeks, and it becomes a couple of months, and I felt like I was dragging myself to go to work. I was going somewhere that I'm not supposed to go.
Yeah.
Right? I'm trying to give myself a motivation to go for it, but I couldn't find the motivation, and I wasn't really enjoying what I was doing at the time. And then I decided to quit.
Yeah.
It was hard. Right? It was hard to quit because I know a lot of people from work that I genuinely love to work with. And I'm like, I quit, and I actually had no idea what I have to do. Right? Remember, we were in a relationship, and
yes.
I even asked you, what am I even good at? Tell me. I'll do it. I was confused.
Yeah.
I was confused and I was lost. I had no idea what I should do. And for a year, I took a gap because I was figuring it out. Right? I was figuring out what do I have to do. And then the first time I went to America, that was in 2018. I saw a clip from the YouTube that one of the psychologists talk about narcissism.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? What is narcissism? Because I know that narcissist, it came from the Greek word, there's a person in the Greek mythology. It's a narcissist, right? I know a little bit of the history, but what is narcissism? And then I look into all her video, and I follow her YouTube channel. She was actually doing a live workshop in LA.
Yep.
It's in Burbank. I remember it's in Burbank. Yes. It was a small workshop. Dr. Ramani, she hugely talked about narcissism. What is eye-opening for me is, narcissism is, for example, narcissists, they only care about themselves. They don't, sometimes there's a range of narcissism, right? There's a spectrum. Some of them can be soft. Some of them can be very extreme, right? I learned about that. I discovered that I was going through narcissistic abuse. Yes. That was an eye-opening moment for me. I'm like, what? I was going through exactly the same, but I could not know how to use the word, right? Yes. But what I was going through is exactly the same what she was saying. I'm like, whoa, who is this woman? I have to talk to her. I have to see her. And I make a move, and I bought a ticket, the in-person ticket, and that's how I met. I actually have a picture with her right now. Dr. Ramani is so famous. And she deserves it. She deserves it. She's quite a star right now. But I'm so glad that we met at the beginning of the journey. I think she was becoming a YouTuber at the time,
Yeah.
and I was also starting. We actually had a lovely chat, and she signed her signature on the book. That was such a profound moment for me, and I'm like, whoa, I have to share with people.
Yeah.
I have to share with people. I did not even think about like, oh, I want to start a business, but I felt like I have to share this. I have to talk about this. And then I remember I first started shooting my video in Hayward.
Yes, in Hayward,
California.
California.
I think it was around November 2018. And I just put it out there. And then I did talk about what are the signs of narcissistic people, like 10 fads or something like that. And it went viral. Because the narcissist is so new, especially to Burmese audience at the time. I mean, just to be clear, I never invented narcissism, but I'm just a messenger that started talking about narcissism widely back home.
Yeah.
So that was eye-opening for me, and people are like, whoa. Like, I've never heard of this term before, but I was going through it, I'm feeling it, but I don't know how to title that one. That's how I start my business. At the beginning, I was just doing video sharing because I was also healing as well. So I have to share. I want people to know that you are not alone.
Yeah.
It could be very lonely, not knowing what you are going through. People think physical abuse is you can see it, right?
Yes.
Emotional abuse, you can't see it. You don't know how to say it. You don't know how to title it, right? That was one of the life-changing moments for me. Yeah, that's how I got my business. And then I got my first client, a one-on-one client, like consultation client. And I remember she's a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I got my first client. Yeah, so that's how I got my business. It could seem like accidental, but it was always intentional.
Lovely. Very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Because narcissism is not a word in Burmese. They no word describing that word yet.
Yes. Atta mana wada jintongdu. The one who is too much ego and less empathy. But it is really broad to put in the one word.
Yeah.
But they understand.
Yeah.
They understand.
Even in Vietnamese also don't have that word as well.
You guys
They
don't
don't have that as
word?
well, but they do explain a little bit, but it's not widely, implement like over here that people know. There's a lot of book about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's a very new thing. When I start talking about it, it's a very new thing for my audience.
Yeah.
Even like for internationally, people do not know.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Because they know that narcissistic personality disorder, like that type of thing is it. But narcissism is not a disease.
Yeah.
It's a personality. It was pretty new back in the day. Yeah.
How do you come up with the idea for your business?
I mean, the thing I'm doing right now?
Yes.
I mean, the idea, it just come from everywhere. And it's always changing. Right? So I talk about my business sometimes related to my content as well. What I've been consuming, what I've been learning, what is my journey. So it's always evolving. So I hugely talk about narcissism 2-3 years ago. But right now I'm switching into astrology, consciousness, but I still talk about relationship, right?
Yes.
Because that's what my daily life is. We always talk about relationship.
Yes,
because I'm
we
in a
do.
happy... I'm assuming happy relationship. So there's so much to talk about. And then I'm someone who is, I think I'm a good connector.
Yes.
I connect people and, I am strong in community. So those are the topics that I always love to talk about. Sometimes people think business could be like something professional, but I would say my business is super personal.
Yeah.
Because right now I talk about fasting. Because, I've been doing fasting and, I would love people to join my fasting challenge.
Yeah.
Right? So, always evolving. Yeah.
What were the first step you took to establish your brand, and create unique identity in the market?
Yeah, good question. The only thing I've been consistently doing is I'm trying to be authentic. I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm not sure. Of course, I absorb from a lot of my mentor that, the teaching, and then I could share with others too. But I try not to lose the sense of self, my style, my personality, the way I talk, the way my voice sound. And I'm really careful about the way I voice sound. It's not being careful, but I would talk the same in person and also like off screen, on screen as well.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to be authentic when I engage with my client. So they would know what's going on. They would know if I'm sick. They would know it. They would know like if I'm not feeling under the weather.
Yeah.
They would know that. So I'm trying to be authentic with my style, but not trying to copy others, people out there.
Yeah.
So that's what I get feedback from a lot of my audience as well. Like that's what makes you unique, right? Which is just being yourself.
Yeah, just
trying
being
to be
yourself.
authentic.
Yeah.
You don't need to copy from anybody. You just need to authentically express yourself. And then people love you. People know that you're authentic.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of cool that when you start your first business, you have a few clients. All the clients come to your house, or at least around like 6 to 7 people. And when COVID hit, and that's a viral moment for you, because that one video took you off to viral. You can guess at least like how many million views?
To give you the whole story, I had COVID. I got infected by COVID 2020 September, around September. It was serious. And people are so scared that they have that thing.
Yeah.
Right? The mentality, right? Because it's something new. People are scared if it's something new. People are like, oh, they don't want to know. They don't want to tell anybody if they get sick.
Yeah.
Because it's a taboo to talk about.
It is.
I announce that I have COVID. When people are like, this is something taboo, you don't talk about it. You're just trying to like cure yourself, right? But I'm like, why not? I don't know whether I'm going to be alive or dead.
Yeah.
So might as well I have to document my journey, right? Share with the world. Why not, right? Because it's not my fault. I was being so careful. If I'm being careless, I would feel guilty. I was being so careful. I was being conscious, right? When that happened, I'm like, to be honest, F it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna, do whatever I want because I never know whether I'm gonna be alive or dead. And I started documenting about my journey. And then my first video, it was around, I think over 10K share.
10K
it reached
shares.
Millions. 10 million, 12 million people.
Yeah,
so that was a huge breakthrough for me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not even talking about narcissism. I'm not even talking about relationship at that time. I'm just showing my life, what I've been going through, what I've been doing, my life up to date. And also it was a popular topic at the time.
Yeah.
It helped my brand. It helped my business too.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's why I told you I don't need to stick to one topic and talk about all the time.
Yeah.
But the topic, whatever I talk, has to be resonate with me. Right? If you ask me like, can you hugely talk about narcissism right now? I talk about for like 2-3 years.
Yes.
Right? Because right now I'm into some other stuff, wellness, health, so I love to talk about that more. When the COVID hit and I started documenting about my journey and people love it and people listen to it, I started becoming a doctor.
Yes.
Started becoming a doctor. I mean, I read a lot too.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never give false information, by the way.
But it's funny that when people saw that video, they get resonate with you and they start to practice the same as you. And it's helped them.
Yeah, it helped them a lot.
And funny fact that they started sending you gift. A lot of
yes,
gift.
You know that. Yeah, I know.
I was like, whoa.
And it was, whoever sent me gift during that time, shout out to you guys. And it was a lot of gift every day. Every day. Food, gift, accessory, even like, what's that? Cooking material,
yeah.
Right? And then spices. And that was a lot of love. To my people, my Burmese people, I knew that their heart is pure. We went through COVID, we went through coup, right? But I know that the most genuine and kindest people are my people, Burmese people.
Yeah.
But it's so sad that the country has to be like this right now.
Yeah, they
For a good
apart.
people.
Yeah.
That's what make me kind of sad sometimes.
Yeah.
We can do so much,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of limitation, even young people, right? So yeah, I'm thankful for my people.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there any moment when you doubt yourself decision to just start a business?
Oh, a lot, every time. Still, I'm still confused. I'm confused. I have a lot of fear. I was taking one-on-one consultation, right? One-on-one consultation. I would just keep talking about the same topic because, I have to stick to the niche, right? Because I listen to people, other people out there. Like guru, like, oh, you have to stick to the niche, right? I'm like, okay, I keep talking about it. But I was growing already. And then one-on-one, accepting one-on-one client is actually exhausting for me already.
Yeah.
And I want to make a change. I remember I started teaching the class. There's 35 people show up.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people too. Like
That's
35
a lot
people.
of people.
35 like, oh my God, that's a lot of people. I'm like, whoa, that's like 35 people. Good job. Congratulations. Right? Welcome to my first class. I remember that I felt overjoyed and delighted. My business model is switched into like right now I'm offering classes, courses, mentorship, coaching, content creation, and collaboration, right? So I was like, whoa, 35 people show up. And then because I stay confused. If you ask me like, were you ready at the time when you started teaching classes? Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? There's always like, back and forth thinking, right? I did it anyway. I was confused. Last year, I created an offer about Full Moon Magic Circle.
Yeah.
Right? It's a healing. It's a very sacred ritual circle. Every month, I would do it during the full moon. And then, we open some chakra, some meditation, like using the full moon energy. I was confused before I started doing it because I knew that I was switching a little bit of what I was doing before.
Yes.
Right? So that's why sometimes people would give me advice, or even my parents, right? They love to give you advices, right? Even you don't ask for. That's the human nature, right? So it's for to being polite, I would listen to them, right? Oh yeah, okay. Even like people would give me business advice to get a baby sooner. I just like, okay, yeah, I listen to that, but I would never listen to them behind their back.
Yeah. So what come this ear go to the other ears.
I know, because you know your best.
Yeah.
You know your path, right? You're very, I'm someone who is confident about my timing. And then, so I'm like, yeah, if you ask me, I'm still confused because I have some project coming. Even starting this podcast, remember how long we've been talking about that?
A long time.
Everybody thought my English is perfect, right? I was like, is my English going to be okay? Remember, it's my limiting fear. But right now, I can't shut up right now when I start talking about it. I cannot shut up right now.
Yeah.
You see, there's always a fear behind you. But if you afraid of something, I will encourage people just to do it.
Yes.
Just do it. What you afraid of? Because this podcast is something I was afraid of.
Yeah.
And there's a project coming. We can't share that yet.
Yeah,
Let's
we can't
just keep
share
it as a
that,
secret.
yes.
There's a project coming, and I was so afraid of to do so. I'm still confused. I'm still afraid, but I'm like, you only have one life. Although I believe in next life and past life, but I don't know what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. Right? You only have one life and you gotta go all the way down. You will make mistake. I make a lot of mistake too, right? So I'm still learning, right? So if you ask me, my business is all about me facing my mistake, me facing my fear, and me being confused all the time, having doubt. But I'm still moving forward. But I know that my intention is high.
Yeah.
And the focus too. Focus on myself. I don't really care. Right now I'm focusing on my health, focusing about my business, focusing about my baby, focusing about my client, maybe focusing about my family, my friend. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't need a lot.
Yeah.
I do not focus on people who, who don't give me the same energy exchange.
Yes.
You know? So yeah, I'm pretty happy in where what I'm at right now.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny that even though we take a vacation, go to different country,
Yeah.
but we still work. We love to work.
Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know, is that a blessing or a curse?
Yeah.
I love to work. Hey, remember, let's talk about wedding a bit. I had a lot of rest during wedding week, but I was thinking, I cannot wait back to work.
Yeah.
That was crazy. If you asked me like 5 years ago, I'm like, I cannot wait to quit. Right now, I'm like, I cannot wait to work. Right? So that's where I realized that I notice about myself, I notice about others as well. I am someone that I'm really passionate about my work. I just love what I do. I love to help people. Of course, I love a little bit of validation as well from people. Why not?
Yeah.
Right? But mainly that I love it when people thrive. I
Yes.
love it when people break through their generational trauma and pattern. I love the break, but I'm happy. Wedding's great, but I cannot wait back to work and help you and serve you.
Yeah. Serve the other people. I mean, that's the most happiness purpose in life.
Yeah, it is.
And when people change that, the transformation is so rewarding that you can see.
Yeah.
And then the funny fact that when we go to Europe, we just stay in a hotel doing what? Work. Instead of have to go places.
We have a friend called G.
Yeah.
Shout out to G. I love the fact that everywhere she goes, she brings fun.
Yes.
She's super optimistic. And sometimes I feel like we need to get inspired by our friend G to get chill.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know that for whoever who love to work, who love their whatever that you do, sometimes you get burnt out.
Yes, absolutely.
You get burnt out, and you gotta take a break from yourself and from your work. Not too much extreme, right? Have a little fun, have a little work, have fun again, have a little work again. So you gotta balance it out. So that's
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
Looking back, what advice would you give someone who considering starting their own business?
Do not listen to whoever give you advice, or like whoever is not in your same journey, whoever is not in your energy match. Always listen to your inner voice. Always listen to your soul. That's why I told you I'm staying confused and a lot of stuff. But I sit down, I get more clear messages when I sit down, meditate, right? Yeah. So if I want to be like clear out something and I want to be relaxed, I would meditate and I'm trying to listen to my inner voice. There's always an answer. Even you're confused, your inner voice is always guiding you, or your spirit. We all have at least one guardian angel. I believe that. Yeah. They're always guiding you. They're always looking after you. So if I need some help, I'm just going to, shut down everything. I'm just like, spirit guide, whoever is looking after me, I need some help. I need some guidance. Show me. And I listen to my inner voice. It will always work. Always your answers are within, not outside.
You can have all the tool that you need, all the tool available to you. It just come to inside you and how to start it, and have a passion of what you do, and work for 200%. Every day.
Every day.
Now, since we talk about narcissists, let me bring you back some of the topic of narcissism. Right. So our audience can understand more about it. So what led you to suspect that you might be with narcissists?
I always trust the vibe whenever I'm with someone, right? Because I'm someone who is very intuitive, and any human being can be psychic.
Yes.
Right? We all have psychic ability. Sometimes we turn not to see it because we're afraid of our own power. My intuition knows that whether I can vibe with that person.
Yeah.
Right? And then my body know. Right? If you're with someone maybe who you don't really like, right? We all have preferences, and then your body will always showing you something.
Yeah.
right? So if I like you, I'm just gonna be towards you. Like my body is very
Yeah.
open. If I do not like someone, I'm just gonna be like, kind of like
shrinking.
defensive, and my feet could be like different direction.
Yeah.
And, I don't want to be like, I'll be listening, but I'm not listening. One, people are always talk about themselves, always about themselves, right? Because when you're in the group, or like when you talk to people, like they always talk about, oh, how much money I made.
Yes.
When, like, where did I go to holiday? Oh, I have like, fabulous holiday, European holiday. There's a lot of stuff they talk about themselves.
Yeah.
It's all about them. They do not care to listen to you. My life is so much better than you. When you are with someone, if you feel so small, if you feel very inferior, right? That would be the sign. I would do the vibe check. How I can vibe with that person, or someone who could talk a lot. At the beginning, people impress a lot, right? So that's why when women go on a date, that's how they usually make mistake, that when men talk about themselves, right? They're like, oh my God, he is so handsome. He has this money, he has this family background. He always talk about themselves. So when you go on a date, instead of like the guy, whether he's asking questions or whether he kept talking about himself, that's the key. If he's listening to you, it has to be mutual.
It has to be mutual.
It's like it has to be mutual. You're asking question, he's answering. He's answering question, you're asking the question. It has to be mutual. The conversation has to be mutual.
Yeah, give and take.
Yeah, give and take. Yeah,
If
always.
you don't give and take, you just give. The other one just take. That's the wrong formula. It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Could you tell me a little bit more about your childhood trauma?
Ooh, that's gonna take like 3 hours to talk about. But I will try to recap. Right now, my parents are in different place now. They are nice people.
Yes.
Right? But this is my story. And we've been healing. Our relationships have been healing. I grew up with staying at in a one house with a lot of family members.
Yeah.
My mom and dad, I remember since I was young, they used to fight a lot.
Yes.
I remember they would get physical, they would hit each other, they would just have a fight like 4 a.m. in the morning. I had no idea what to do. All I did was cry.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I didn't know. No one mentioned it to me. There's no like, parenting 101 for them too. There's no like how to become a child to live in a, domestically violent household.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what, I have a one younger brother. We were like 5 years age different. When I was little, my dad used to be alcoholic. Right now he's okay.
Yeah.
So he drinks a lot. He came back home very late, and he would just like, it's chaotic when he's drunk.
Yes.
Right? When he's drunk, it's chaotic. It's just like, people know. The whole street know. Because it's just getting so aggressive, right?
Yeah.
So I witnessed that. I'm like, that's not really happy moment to witness, right? They both work, and but my mom's never satisfied about my dad. That's what I noticed. She always have something to say about my dad, like complain about my dad. Yeah. I remember when I was 15, my dad had an affair. It blew up, like everybody knows. All my family members know. All my friends know. My mom's like, no. Because that was my mom ticking bomb for my mom too. And then we moved to our grandma's house for like a month. So it's a very, very ugly moment for as a family. Right? Because my brother is young. He's only 10. I think it's hugely impacted on him a lot because of that thing. Because my mom, she doesn't know too.
Yeah.
Right? Why people make mistake? Because they don't know.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm trying to understand that. I used to blame, I have resentment toward my parents back in the day because I don't know, right? Why dad is like this? Why mom is like that? Because I witnessed a lot of ugly stuff. They're supposed to love each other, right? They're supposed to care for each other. Because I got beaten.
Yeah.
Right, by both my parents. I'm like, is that normal? Because, America, the child can sue the parents. Yeah. So sorry, but Asian parents, they don't care.
Yeah.
Right? You cannot sue your own parents. Although like some people I know, they started suing their parents. But it's not normal to sue your own parents. back home. My mom and dad, they would go to work. I grew up with my great-grandmother,
Yeah.
who I genuinely love, and she passed away 5 years ago. I think 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, more than that. I grew up with her, and I love her. Both of my parents worked, but my mom was sort of leading the family. She was the breadwinner. She came back home, and she's not happy.
Yeah.
Of course. She's not getting provided anything, safety, food, or she have to be a man of the house, right? Because my mom's stressed, right? You see, so one woman has to lead. There's a lot of complaint. She complained all the time. We always have a huge fight. One time, we had a fight with me and my mom. We had a fight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's it. I don't want to stay in this house. I'm leaving. I went to the nearby lake.
Yes.
It's like a few minutes work. What's the name of it? Inya. Right? Inya. There's a little lake there. And then I was like, that was actually a dark moment for me. I was like, I think I should die.
Yeah. And then your dad told you that you cannot become great. You just it's gonna be normal workers to the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's just a little triggering moment for me. So that's a true story. Okay. So I would just link it with my dad's story later on.
Yeah.
I think I was probably 18, somewhere around. Every time when my mom came back home, there's always complaint, finding mistake in me. So I went to the lake. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to live anymore. Maybe I should jump into the pool. Jump into the pool and, because I cannot swim.
Yeah.
Right? And then what if I jump into the pool, like, I'm like, bye. Bye, Earth. Bye-bye. I'm glad I did not. I went to one of teacher home. She was surprised to see me. You see, when you're lonely, right, you have I'm like, where should I go?
Yeah.
Because, right now, you cannot share openly with your friends as well.
Yeah,
because they're too young, they won't be understand, right? Because they will not be able to give you a spot. The internet at the time, it was like 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's, it's not accessible. Those are the moments that it's always triggering me. When I think about it, it gets me emotional.
Yeah.
And I remember when my dad mentioned that I'm not going to be popular, I'm not going to be successful, I'm just going to be normal. Just like having normal income.
Normal income,
Normal income. And I'm like, look at me. Look at me now, Dad.
Yeah.
People get really sad when their parents do not believe in them. But the very first thing is you have to believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot do it for you because they don't know your journey.
Yeah.
They do not know your journey. You cannot take it seriously. So I'm glad that I did not take their advice and I did not take them seriously. It's not a revenge though. I work on myself. I polish on myself. I invest in myself. That's what I've been always doing.
Yeah.
Right? If you ask me what I've been doing, I've been keep investing in myself. I invested in myself growth. Almost the whole country, they recognize me.
Yeah, they recognize you.
And I'm expanding into the international market right now.
Yeah.
People know my gift. Look how the table turned. People will say stuff all the time. It could hurt you. But if you do not take them, it will never get hurt. There's a lot to talk about when you ask me childhood, right? There's always a happy moment too. I play a lot. I'm a very playful kid.
Yeah.
And then there's happy moment too. I'm glad that, I remember, with growing up with my great-grandmother, it's actually helped me a lot. I mean, I'm not really close with my dad, but, I would care for him. I would check up on him. But we cannot just sit down and talk and, they would never apologize to you. In Asian culture, oh my God, I'm so sorry for what you did. But I have forgiven them. We are moving on. Because right now what I can do is how I can help them. Even I'm not there with them physically, how I can help them financially, how I can support their well-being.
Yeah, you write your own book now instead of somebody write for you.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So,
Yeah, I'm writing my own book right now.
So, did you notice any early red flags or warning sign that someone like your friend or coworker or family member might have narcissistic trait?
For someone, I used to be people please a lot.
Yeah.
And I care about how people feel. I care about people. Of course, I've met a lot of narcissistic individuals.
Yeah.
I did not know. I mean, you as well.
Yeah. Plenty. Yeah.
Right? Because we thought everybody would treat you the same if you treat the same. But, people have their own agenda.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like, oh my God, people are so bad. But, my mindset and my perception has changed throughout the year. We met, whatever you say, narcissistic individual, toxic people. We met them for a reason.
Yes, of course.
We met them for a reason because when you meet them, you would never be like them anymore.
Yeah.
You will be like, no, I want to be a better person, not like them. I have made friends with someone who is not healthy, who was jealous of me, who was always competitive. They would never be happy for me. They would never be happy when I make friends with them because I don't want to lose face. The very red flags I notice it when your friends is getting jealous about you. They cannot be happy when you share happy news. Their face is like, ooh, why is she getting this and why I'm not getting that type of vibe.
Yep.
And then that's how you know. So when you notice that, trust your intuition, because I don't want you to be like, oh, we've been friends with for like 15 years. But once you sense that jealousy and comparison, you can make space for other healthy friends.
Yes.
Because I believe that friendships are evolving as well. Because I have a lot of fallout with my closest friend in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I love them. Maybe I still love them. I wish them all the best. But we cannot continue the journey together anymore. Because it would be so toxic. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of being petty, right? Fighting.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's not healthy.
Yeah.
One of us has to step up and end it. It was a breakup. It was not easy. I believe that whatever is happening, it happens for a reason. But sometimes you cannot get a closure with your friends as well. So if I want to get a closure, sometimes if I think of them, I would be like, I forgive you. I'm sorry, I forgive you. Thank you, I love you. I hope you're in peace. I hope like whatever you're going through, like you are happy with whatever you are right now. I believe in that. Right? So that's what I would pray, when I think of someone that I had a fallout with.
Yeah.
So friendships are always evolving. But right now I'm getting better because I know about narcissism and also my intuition always guided me. But on the other side, I have to practice not being people pleasing a lot and to put up my boundary, raise my value. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. Because a lot of our friends is also, I have a lot of friends just fall out as well, just like Scarlett did. Because they cannot stand that we, our business thriving, we have houses and they cannot catch up with us.
Yeah.
And they jealous and
hey, remember there's one of the friends, I'm just going to mention it right now. There's one of the friends that he was trying to borrow money from you.
Yeah, so one of the friends that tried to borrow money from me, I just wish him the best what he have right now. I just, just say hi and he borrow money. I just told him in a very nice way that I cannot help you right now because I need the money to buy another house. And
for investment.
Investment.
Yeah. I mean, you have every right to say no.
And then I will help you next time if I have it. And so he sent me a long text, tell that you are shameful, you don't mess with my family.
It's out of context.
It's out of context. He blames Scarlett that
it's all how should I put it? It's not true.
Everything
is a lie.
Yeah, everything's a lie. And they say Scarlett make fun of his sisters. I will go after your family. And I was like,
that friendship we were sort of pleasing as well.
Yeah.
I noticed later on that. Then the other thing you can notice whether it's a true friend when you say no.
Yes.
When you say no, notice how they react.
Yeah.
Because we have every right to say no. I would never reach out to Ryan like, hey, could you
my
could you
friend,
borrow me $5,000 out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Because, if you love your friends, even if they say no, you should be okay with that.
Yeah.
Another shocking moment for me, I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then there's a long text, so that's how when there's someone is, maybe it's not about us. Maybe that person is going through something.
Yeah.
Right? And then he doesn't know how to release it. He was finding the outlet to dump it all on.
Yeah,
And then we were probably his victim. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Learn to say no.
Yeah.
But when you say no to your friends, notice how they react.
Yeah. Did you engage in gaslighting make you doubt your perceptions or reality?
You know what? Gaslighting is very popular right now. Gaslighting is something that people doubt your reality. For example, I'm just going to say, oh yeah, the door is red. And you'll be like, no, it's not red, it's white.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's red. No, you're like white, right? Because when people doubt your reality, you're confused.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
you do not know how to react, right? So that's called people doubt your reality. That's gaslighting, right? Of course, I had gone through gaslighting from a lot of people when I walk, during the friendship, friendship, and also when I, in the workplace as well. It was hurt, right? It was hard, and it was hurt, and it was confusing. I was second guessing. I'm like, what is my reality? The closest thing is when we had a coup in 2021 back in Burma, right? We were gaslighted. The whole country is gaslighted by the regime, right? The military.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what happened? A minute ago, we were having democracy. We have so much freedom. We can talk whatever we want. And right now, you shut down the internet. You shut down electricity. You cannot say anything. You cannot say anything against to them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they will put you in jail.
Yeah, they absolutely did.
They took away freedom from you. They took away your ability to speak up.
Yeah.
That's gaslighting. So I would just call tribal gaslighting when the group of the people are gaslighting you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole country was gaslighted, right? So it was confusing. I'm like, what? We were left with, how do we start again?
Yeah.
Right? How do we start again? So when I moved to US after the coup, after 2 months after the coup, I was being gaslighted. I was confused. Right? I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Am I continue walking or should I stop? Right? So that's what you feel when you're being gaslighted.
Yeah. You totally confuse yourself. You don't know which one is true or not. You start to asking yourself question. And you should not be asking yourself question when you meet the right people.
Yeah.
Or the right mutual friend that happy for you.
Yeah.
Or even the country, Even you wear black and red, you're gonna go to jail.
Yeah, those are pretty silly though.
It's really silly.
It's like when you wear black and they will put you in jail.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, we wear black right now.
Yeah,
speaking of, so those were the crazy time though. Yeah, those are the crazy time during the coup, and I'm glad that we're safe right now. It was
Very
a scary
safe.
moment.
Yeah. So how are you healing with your family?
I'm work in progress. I'm not gonna say oh my god, we hear everything, right? There's always stuff coming up. Some of the stuff my mom said to me stay triggering me. I'm not perfect either.
Yeah.
So right now I'm trying to understand my parent as a human being. They make mistake. The children, they don't pick you. You pick them. So you decided to have them.
Yeah.
But if you see in a higher perspective, right? Because for me, I believe in the previous life, past life, and next life, right?
Yeah.
As a seed, as a spirit baby, I chose my parents.
Yeah.
Because we have contracts with them. I have contracts with them that I have to finish. Maybe I make promises with them that I'm gonna come back to you as your kid. Once I switch the perspective, it makes me feel so much better. It makes me feel like I'm not a victim. Or I'm just playing a role.
Yeah.
Or I'm just trying to finish the role. I'm just trying to finish the contract.
Good explanation.
Oh, thank you.
I'm still working on my boundary. Can you tell me 3 things for the audience to know, like, what can they do boundary to their friend?
Boundaries are so important in every relationship. My astrological sign is Libra, right?
Okay.
So I wanted to please a lot of people in the past because I don't want to lose face.
Yeah.
I want to be a nice person,
Yeah.
right? I want to be like, oh my God, Scarlett is super nice,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to lose any faces.
Yeah.
And then it actually cost me a lot. Boundary is something have to protect you. And a boundary actually is a self-care.
Yeah.
When you do not have boundary, you do not have self-care. So I like to say boundary is your self-care. Start with your self-care and then let's see how your relationship starting to shift.
Yeah.
Once you set a boundary. If someone asks you like birthday party, right? Oh, would you come to my birthday party? Some people, they could be very persistent of asking, oh, you should come, you should come, you
Yep.
should come. Even you say no. You would just say like, oh, okay, let me think about it. I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Let me think
You don't need
about
to say no first because, I know that some people are very persistent and you're like, oh, I don't know what to say no. You don't need to lie. I do not encourage lying.
it. Yeah.
If they keep asking, oh, sorry, I think about it. I cannot make it.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't need to lie. I have stuff going on because, people give all the reason. Oh, I have to do this. I have to pick up my kids and I have to, there's like, you have to explain the whole story why you cannot make it. No, I cannot make it, but let me try to join next time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Boundary is self-care.
Self-care.
The boundary is you don't need to please, but you can be nice to people and also protecting yourself.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing the tips, Scarlett. Thank you for sharing your journey, your childhood trauma, and also your business, how you from 0 to hero. And and then talk about the tip about boundary, narcissism. Yeah, well, great conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you for listening, and I hope that there's more episode coming out, and then we can just talk any topic we want and start, having a good conversation. I look forward to it. Let's do it more.
All right, good. See you soon.